Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts and welcome. So what I want to work on today is my cute little chicken journal that I made using a paper bag. So I will make sure to link that up in the right corner so you guys can check it out and follow along with us. So I just did a paper bag and we put some fun coffee dye paper on the inside plus the outside and did some stenciling. And I have this stencil with the chicken and the feather stencils. I'll make sure to link those down below. I know I got the chicken stencils down there. It was like a whole set of chickens. And I think the feather stencils are down there. If not, let me know. It's in the Amazon links down below. So we did that, did some coffee dye and some stenciling. And this is the bottom of the bag. So we made a little tuck here. And I did the paper upside down accidentally in here. So I went ahead and put a pocket in. Whoops. I put a pocket in. And then I just totally ripped that pocket. But I went ahead and just added a little pocket in there just to cover up. There we go. Just to cover up the upside down paper, which, you know, it's really not that big a deal. And you could slide some papers in here. So it's kind of, I think it looks cuter now. So you can have a tuck plus a little place that you slide papers. And yeah, so that's the back of it. And that's the front of it. So there we go. So what I want to show today is I want to do a closure on here and add some signature. So that's the plan. So starting off, what I have here, so since we're sticking with the theme of paper bags, I want to use, for the closure here, I'll use the top part. And this is just the top of the bag. So always save your paper bags. And the tops come in really handy. Okay. So what I want to do is see how long. I'm going to take this part off. I'm just gonna make sure to go from about here with it in the middle. And I want to wrap it around and see how big I need to make it here. And keep in mind, depending on how many signatures you're gonna put in your journal, is how thick or wide you wanna do the little strap here. So we're gonna start here, and then I'm only doing one signature in here, so I think I'm just gonna go just about like that. And I don't know if I like that glue right here. Let's just say 2 inches. I think a good 2 inches would be perfect. So let's do this. I have a little ruler here. I'm just gonna find a good spot because I don't really want the glue and stuff like that on it. So let's just go here, maybe a little over 2 inches. I'd rather have too much, you know, but not enough. Okay. And then keep these. These could come in handy for all kinds of stuff. All right, so we got that. I think that will work perfect. I mean, that might even be a little big still. But think about it, you're gonna have your signature in there, so it's gonna puff up a little bit. So yeah, I think 2 inches will be about right. All right, so what I'm going to use, and I'll make sure to put this down in the Amazon links for you, but I am gonna use a snap machine here. And these are great. I love using this. It comes in really handy. They're really not, they're inexpensive. They're really not that bad. And I'm just gonna look to see, I think brown would look nice, right? A little brown. But yeah, it's just a Craft Town snap machine. And I'll make sure, like, if I don't put any of the links down below, just let me know, guys. Because sometimes I get so busy. Especially right now, I have gardening season happening. So I have been gardening outside. That's probably my hands and my nails are all broken off. So I've been out gardening, and if you guys are interested in seeing how my garden's going, check out the link down below. It's 5 Acre Life, and I got another channel, and I'm having so much fun over there. Plus, I'm making a hoop coop. My husband and I, we're putting a hoop coop together, is what I'm calling it, and it's coming along really great. I'm really loving it. Okay, so I had to. It's been a while since I've used my snap machine, but what you do is you have your pokey parts here that have a little poke out. So those are going to be the snaps that are going to show on the outside. Okay, and then you got to make sure you have like a male and a female, so they snap together. All right. So what I'm going to do is go ahead. And I'm going to take my little pokey tool here and just a piece of packaging, and I'm going to roughly guess where I'm going to want it. And I'll poke inside like that. So we're going to want it about here. You can even look at it to see. But I think that's a good spot. So we'll poke it through there. And then we're going to do about the same on this side. Poke it through here. Okay. So we got those poked. Oh, and then we need to poke it through our journal about where we want it. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I want it about there. So you could take your packaging, put it underneath, and just give it a poke. Like that. Then we can line it up. This is the easiest I can think of, is just line it up and poke through your same hole. There we go. So then you're lined up. So easy as pie, right? Okay. Alrighty. So now it doesn't matter where the female or the male end part goes, really. It just depends on your preference on how you want to have it. But I'm going to start back here, and I'm going to go ahead and just poke through the handle like that. Okay, so you just got the little end that you poked it through, and then poke it through your bag. That. And then I'm going to go ahead and add one of them on here. Okay. So you got those on like that. Then you take your little machine and you put the metal part to the back, and then the little spongy part goes in the middle here. So I'll show you. So you just line it up like that, and then I'll show you. So you just take it and then squeeze it, and I'll show you what it does. It's kind of cool. So just make sure you give it a good squish. Okay, so you know the pokey part, the little poke that stuck out, you went ahead and squished it inside there. So this isn't coming off. So there's a little metal piece. I know it's hard to show on camera, but there is a little metal piece in the middle of the squishy piece right there. So that smashes it down in there. So you just want to make sure to get it flat. You know, smash it down pretty good, because then the female part will just snap right in there. Okay. So there we go. So we got that done. Now, this is going to wrap around and go like that. So you're going to want to put this like this. Okay, like that. And then we just, oh, no, we go like this. All right, guys, bear with me for a second. But what we did is it took me a second to think about this, but this is pretty much anchored in there. So either you can keep a little snap like this, which I don't really mind that look. You can even flatten the whole thing down because this is going to just not be snapped like that. It's going to actually snap here. So this could be just your anchor where you anchored it down, you know, and it looks nice with a snap. Or you could just take your Fabrifix glue or Fabri-Tac glue or anything like that and glue it. Which, you know what, since this is sliding all around, I don't mind gluing it. I'm going to kind of give it a little glue on each side. So this is just going to be our anchor. But I think it looks really nice to have the button, or the snap showing on this side, you know, so it's all snap and cool looking. So you could just flatten this because it's just going to be pointless. There's going to be no point to it to snap to anything. Or, you know, I could use the other part here. So you could use the female part where it's just more flat and put it here. But either way, so I'm just kind of using that as an anchor. I was thinking I was going to snap it on the inside, but there's no way to do that. Because once you get around, how could you get in there and snap it? So, my fault. Sorry about that. So, what you can either do is just glue it, and then you won't have a snap on the outside, you know, like that, which I think that looks kind of cool, having the snap. So, let me show you. Okay. We're going to do this like this now. Because then you're just going to snap here and undo it. So, what you need to do is just, we'll pop it here, right? Like that. And then it doesn't matter, you can add either one on here. Here, maybe I think I might do the male right here. Okay. And then it's just the same concept. Or you know what? Ooh, I just thought of that. Let's do the female. Right there, okay. And then when you're using your journal, you can snap it to it so it's not flapping around. Ooh, I just thought of that. See, look at that. Everything works out for a reason. And I'll show you. Let's do that. Okay, so now I'm excited about that. That's pretty fun. See, sometimes you just keep going with it. Like I tell you guys, there's no mistakes. There really isn't. And you just kind of go with it and things work out. They really do. Okay, so see, I flattened it in there. And then we could just go like this. So when you're using your journal, instead of having this all flapping around the whole time while you're writing and stuff in it, you could just snap it like that. Look at that. Look at that. I did it on purpose. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and pop this together. Like that. Line it up. Let's give it a good squeeze. And ta-da! You got yourselves a snap. Easy as that, right? Super easy. Okay, so then you unsnap it, snap it here, and then you can do your journaling, unsnap it, and snap it back. Ta-da! Okay, I'm glad that worked out. Because that sounds, you know, sometimes just going with the flow and just seeing what happens, and I kind of like that better. I think I'm going to make a couple of journals like this. So there. Oh, no, I'm going to snap that so it's not in our way while we add our signature. all done, and I think this turned out really cute, you guys. I mean, look at this. You can just unsnap it, snap it in the back, and right in your journal. So I got all kinds of stuff here and here. Just a coffee dyed paper, some avocado skin dyed, tea dyed, more avocado. Just all kinds of stuff happening here. And then just a fun page that I made. Just kind of a nice tactile little page here. So it's just going to be just a fun little snap journal. And there we go. Easy as that. So thank you guys for following along, and I hope you found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you get to see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.